So moving on to the gateway system. So this is for those on higher risk buildings. There are 3 gateways at various stages. So gateway 1 is a planning stage. Gateway 2 is before building work begins, and gateway 3 is before building work is completed. Gateways 2 and 3 are stop-go, so you can't progress if you haven't passed those gateway submission requirements. And the regulator will oversee all building control, all building work on high-risk buildings. So we have produced a guide to the gateways, which is published, and that covers a description of the system. It covers contractual liabilities. It has some sort of test cases or examples, how to cover changes, and how to cover things like input from designers. So under Gateway 1, which is planning applications, the Building Safety Regulator is a statutory consultee for planning applications. And they will be checking that the fire safety needs have been covered, so that the site layout can get things like fire access, that there's water supplies for fighting fires, access for fire engines, and also importantly, the number of building cores. So the building can be turned down at planning if the BSR does not think that the fire needs are adequately taken care of. Gateway 2 is before building works begin. So before any building work begins, applicants need to submit a design application to the Building Safety Regulator, demonstrating that the building will meet building regulation requirements, how changes are managed, and how duty holders are meeting their legal requirements of competence and maintaining the golden thread. For developments that are built in stages, a staged application may be made. And a stage is really where you have multiple buildings within a development rather than packages. The regulator has a statutory period of 12 weeks for review at Gateways 2 and 8 weeks at Gateway 3. And major changes have a 6-week review period, but they may be extended by notice. And our understanding is that it's taken about 6 months at the moment to get through Gateway 2. So in terms of what our recommendations for Gateway 2 are, well, Gateway 2 is basically just a full building control application. So we recommend RIBA stage 4.5. That was discussed with the Building Safety Regulator. So that's full subcontractor design, reinforcement intent and steel connection design, but with reinforcement layout and fabrication drawings at Gateway 3. And the contents of that application should be a description of the existing building, description of the proposed work, any build over requirements, a full building control plans submission, and that's plans in the broadest sense, so that's calculations and drawings, and also prescribed documents. So these are documents set down by legislation. So a competence declaration, a building regulations compliance statement, which is a design report, fire and emergency file, construction control plan, change control plan, staged work strategy, partial completion strategy, and mandatory reporting requirements. So there are also controls during construction. So during construction, the regulator will carry out site inspections, and they will report certain occurrences. Also, changes need to be managed very, very carefully, and all information needs to be stored in the golden thread. So major changes will require a new application before work can proceed. Other changes must be notified to the Building Safety Regulator. So just going through those changes, for a major change, say full approval is required, and for a notifiable change, they just need to be recorded, but they all need to be recorded in a control log. On completion, there is a Gateway 3 or Gateway 3 application. So that needs as-built drawings, final inspections, and they need to be approved prior to occupation, before which a completion certificate will be issued, and information needs to be passed on to the building manager. The information that needs to be passed on at completion is set out within the legislation. So that's the construction control plan, confirming that's being followed, the change control plan and confirming that's being followed, an updated design and build approach document, the fire and emergency file, and competence declarations.